The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Here's the former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
On the set. Smash, red, black ultra.
Love going to throw right away. Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Uchenna Nwosu, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early 2nd down and long. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. 2nd down, Love. And his throw is incomplete. Well, Charles, you think about this defense, this week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question, because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. Just a fantastic punt return of 80 yards. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Buffalo offense ready to go for their
Yeah, you got a big game, dude. Like it's the undercard, dude.
Better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And they'll bring 4 receivers into the fold here. It's 3rd and long. On play action. Love to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game. And certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Check, Bobcat! Check, Bobcat!
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the... There he goes, left side! Touchdown, Falcons! A big play there! He scored on a punt return, and now he scored through the air. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Love, they go play action now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're giving some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. How about this? Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smiles.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
First down, here's White. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Rashad White. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Falcons have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Rachaad White with his second touchdown in this opening quarter, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. McLaughlin for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll air this one out for Mims. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. You talk about this Falcon defense. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
On second down, Williams. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Love. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Timberwolves. 79 Broncos.
They go play action. Here's Hooker. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get the play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Rachaad White doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Falcons open the lead up to 34-0. Well, this has all the makings of a landmark day running the football. He scored 3 times now. We haven't hit the quarter break.
You think back to Alvin Kamara, Christmas Day 2020, 6 touchdowns, which tied Ernie Nevers, the Hall of Famer. He's halfway there already. Some fancy footwork in the early going.
So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Play action this time with Love. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Go, Reed, go.
White, he'll try the left side. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Rachaad White. What is going on here? 4 first-quarter touchdowns. Unbelievable.
And the Falcons have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it is 42-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
First down, going to the air with Love. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Love now. Finding Williams on the check down. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Bills on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Play fake. Here's Love. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Here we go with Williams. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Here we go.
Off play action. Here's Hooker.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Bills are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
Following the interception, Love sliding out of the pocket, and he wisely will throw that one away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Yellow. Flag blue.
Love now on second down. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
But based on the last two play calls we just witnessed, the word conservative is not in their playbook. Incomplete, and then they decide to throw deep from this point on the field. That's a team that's really getting after it.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. It's Love now back near his goal line. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Off the play fake, Love. And it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Again, it's Love. Throw out wide is incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Black shot. Ready?
On fourth down, Love. And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. Well, that is now his fifth interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Here's Hooker to throw it. Just keeping the play alive. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, a run from White. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down.
19 Tiger.
Hooker going to try and throw for it. He'll buy some time right. And he is caught. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
19 tight. 19 tight. Dragon 60.
Hooker to throw on 1st and 10. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons are able to add on to their first-half lead. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Here we go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Red, cycle. Ready.
Love from the gun on third down. Flushed out right. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28.
13 yards, the tally on the return there. And it will be Falcon football.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 10. Hooker.
Got an open man. It's Scott. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Now a bootleg with Hooker.
Rolling to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Hooker to the air yet again.
Steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Come on.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
60 Bison.
And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
60 Eagles. 18 Rattlers. 19 Lions. Panther 11.
Trying to throw again here. Hooker. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 of the 12. back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
65 catch, 65 catch.
Again, it's Hooker looking to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Washington. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.